Greetings, my name is Gabe Cook and I'm the ciderologist, a global cider expert. And it gives me great pleasure to be talking to you today about the range of ciders from Galipette, or should that be Cidre, because Galipette is a French cider brand. There's a heritage and a culture of cider making in northern France that goes back 1,000 years. And it's the skill of the cider making, that culture and the heritage, mixed in with a little bit of savoir-faire that makes the range of Galipette cidres so fantastic. These superior ciders, there is a cider for everybody on every single occasion. So what makes Galipette cidre so special? Well, first of all, it's about a sense of place and the nature of terroir. Just like with winemaking, where the apples are grown will have an impact over how they present themselves. Brittany, the rugged Atlantic coastline, big rocky nature of the land, produces some big, bold ciders. Normandy, the next door region, a little bit softer, a little bit gentler of landscape, likewise into the fruit there, it's a little bit different. These orchards that provide these fruit are wonderful, sustainable landscapes supporting regenerative agriculture. First of all, supporting the local rural economy. Secondly, we have also wonderful biodiversity that utilize these orchards as their home, habitats for invertebrates and birds and mammals, very, very special environments. And thirdly, they're fantastic social environments for people as well, of course, to have a picnic, to enjoy, to share time with each other, to undertake some exercise, maybe to exert some mindfulness. Very, very special places. Galipette cidre undertakes what's called a minimal intervention approach to its cider making. Firstly, thanks to the fact that it's what's called a pure jus cidre, that is a drink that has no added water in there. The majority of ciders around the world will have a little bit or quite a lot of water added into their cider, but not Galipette. It's just 100% apple juice. Secondly, it undertakes a wild fermentation. The conversion of the sugars into alcohol is undertaken by yeast that lives all around, not something that has been added in. And this leads to a very slow fermentation. And that control of the fermentation means that not all of the sugar gets converted into alcohol. You have naturally sweeter, naturally fruitier ciders. So what supports this minimal intervention approach to cider making? Well, it's two key things. First of all, it's about the apple varieties that are used. No eating apples here. These are specific varieties that have been used for centuries for the sole purpose of making cider. They contain a property called tannin, which you might know from red wine and tea and coffee, providing some mouthfeel and structure, providing potentially a mouth-drying sensation called astringency, but also some woody and spicy characteristics. Very, very wonderful, very unique ciders. And then the wonderful master cider maker is able to blend these with apples that provide some fruitiness and a little bit of acidity, that fresh crispness, to achieve fantastic balanced ciders. The second key element there is the process called keeving. This is the traditional approach to cider making in northern France. There is some science behind it. You don't need to worry about that. All you need to know is that this process means that not all of the natural sugars are converted into alcohol. So there's no added sugar, just natural sweetness, natural fruitiness just coming from the apples. A very special process, very unique, an amazing resulting cidre. So all of these things enable Galipette to create a fantastic family of different variants. Shall we meet them? First of all, we have the extra brut, the biggest, the boldest, the driest of the ciders. Next, we have the brut, the classic, the original, the fine exponent of balance of acidity, tannin, and fruitiness. Then we have the biologique, also known as bio, which is the organic cidre, light, fruity, and floral. We have the rosé cidre, very clever product made with red fleshed apples that helps it to achieve that pink coloration and wonderful strawberry aromas. And last but not least, we have the non-alcoholic cidre made with a very clever process to achieve all of the intensity and flavor and aroma characteristics of a cider just without the alcohol. So in summary, what are the key things that you need to know about Galipette? First of all, it is a pure jus citron, made with 100% apple juice, no water added. Secondly, it uses this magical and special process called kieving to retain a natural sweetness, natural fruit sugars, no sugar added. And thirdly, that it supports regenerative agriculture through the use of these wonderful orchards. Fantastic for the planet, fantastic for people, fantastic for the cider make. So why not go and find your perfect Galipette cidre today? Merci bien, santé, thank you, and cheers.